Hello everybody, give me just a moment. I'm posting to the final spot and then we can go. I might stay around a little bit extra than an hour today just to celebrate. This is a very exciting day, or maybe I'll save that extra long stream for the release. Okay, there we go. You guys are gonna have to let me know how the volume is. Am I drastically louder than the game? Is the game too loud? This starting screen gives us a pretty good indicator. Hello, Fat Cat Rolling. I imagine there might not be a lot of people who stop by today because this is an unusual day. Audio's good, thank you. It wasn't really short notice, but Sunday's not a usual stream day for us. And we also have a lot of new people joining the community who probably aren't used to us streaming yet. So they don't really know how it works, when I do it, how long I do it for, what it's like when I do it, all that good stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and play. And then we're going to get this uploaded for everybody on YouTube and here on Twitch so that they can watch it infinitely. Very exciting. We're going to start a brand new game, which is kind of annoying because one of the things that happened was the save file got corrupted when I switched over to a new PC. So 2 streams ago, we were continuing really far into the actual game story and achievements. But then I had to start over last stream. And now I'm starting over this stream because it's basically a whole new game. So we're going to start from the beginning, fresh, for those who have never played Windstorm before, to get a good experience of what it's like to play this game. So we're going to do that. It doesn't even matter. We're going to do beginner.
Some people are born with a special gift. They can understand the language of the horses. The Mongols called such a person Norsach, the sleeper. They sense what the horses feel. Mika has that gift. This is why she could become friends with Windstorm, the wild and unjustly confined black stallion. There's a strong bond between those two that enables them to achieve great performances. School holidays just started, and Mika can't wait to come to Kaltenbach Estate to finally meet Windstorm again.
Very exciting. So now, for those who don't know what Windstorm is, this is based off of a renowned German series called Ostwind, which of course means windstorm. So essentially, Windstorm is a beautiful black stallion that has never been able to be trained. Nobody can figure out how to work with him. He's unruly. He is essentially just still a wild stallion, even though he's been domesticated for years. And nobody could find a use for him, not for work, not for show, not for dressage, anything, until Mika meets him. And Mika's going through a lot in her own life. So it's kind of a chance meeting that the two of them see each other and eventually connect. And it turns out that Mika has some latent ability to communicate with horses, which is you know, led back to lineages of her family or her soul, and these two souls will always meet in every single iteration of their lifetimes. Hello, Senior Manor, welcome back. He sounds like you, Fat Cat. Yeah, that sounds about right. So this takes place shortly after the very first movie, which is what introduces that idea of the lore and the story. And this is her coming back from her her first school holiday since meeting Windstorm in their adventures together in the first game, in the first movie rather. So this is where we're picking up the story essentially. And this does, of course, tie into our second game, which is An Unexpected Arrival. Oh, that's much louder than the menu. I'm gonna lower that. I can already tell. So Windstorm, An Unexpected Arrival, which is our second Windstorm game, second in the series, takes place alongside the second Ostwind movie, where Mika has been injured and another girl bonds with Windstorm in her place to help bring Mika out of her unconscious state. So it's essentially, it's like a coming of age story for Ari, this young girl. And that's the second game that is alongside one of the actual movies, not directly after like this one is. And then Windstorm 3, essentially, it's our third game in the series, Windstorm, The Legend of Kimori. That was just recently announced. That will be coming to early access on Steam later this year. We will have a date for you pretty soon in the next coming weeks. But essentially, the idea for that is going back to the origins of what Nordsach are. So going back to 13th century Mongolia in meeting one of the very first pairings between Windstorm and essentially who Mika's soul is. That's the idea, right? And so that's essentially what the early access is going to be covering, is really the game that you guys want to see. So these first two games are very family friendly oriented. They're mostly collectibles, going through missions. Windstorm, The Legend of Kimori is really our first open world game, and there's going to be everything you could possibly imagine in it, but only if it's something that the community wants. So the point of early access is not to release a finished game. If anybody's familiar with Baldur's Gate 3, as much of a success as that game is, it was in early access for 4 years because they were constantly changing, iterating, adding, and it's a very convoluted system inside that game too. So for us, early access is going to be very rough around the edges. There's no mistakes about that. It is not going to be a finished game that folks will be jumping into on Steam. Hi, Sindale. Yes, Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my favorite games of all time now. I have over 500 hours in that game, and I still have not seen everything. I've not experienced every voice line. I have not met every character. It's honestly really overwhelmingly large. But, I mean, it was a 6-year development cycle, so that makes sense. It makes sense. There are plenty of games that come out in early access that are never finished. They're abandoned. They're shovelware. Their clear objective was just to gain money and then move on to the next project. That is not what we're doing with The Legend of Kimori. The Legend of Kimori is going to be designed. This is our first game. It is going to be designed essentially from the ground up with our community. So we want to make sure that we get the horses right. We want to make sure that we get the location right. We want to make sure that we get the gameplay right. We want to make sure that the quests in the towns and all the different missions that you have to go through, all the side stuff like building a home, building up your tent, training your horses, the actual system of being a courier, all of that stuff makes sense to the community and it's fun for the community. So that's like one of the most important things we could possibly drive home with the early access is it is not going to be a finished game when it comes out later this year. It is essentially a testing process for our community to help build the game that they want, that you guys want. So just keep that in mind as you think about the early access as it comes out later this year. Yeah, I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as well. It was wild to see Baldur's Gate 3 come to life the way it did. It was honestly wild, Sindale. I completely agree. Well, we're excited to have you, Sindale. Absolutely. You're going to start seeing a lot more. We've been advertising and promoting both of these games simultaneously. Now that Start of a Great Friendship Remastered is finally launching this Thursday, We're going to be showcasing it today. We'll probably go a little bit longer than an hour so people really can absorb it and stop in and out, since it is an unusual time and a lot of the folks in our community haven't joined any of our live streams yet, so they might not really get how it works at first. So we're going to give people a little bit longer today to get used to it, and we'll probably do a longer stream on Thursday as well for the actual release date. Gamer, when will PlayStation players get the pre-order of the Highway expansion? Oh, that's a good question. So there's something about DLC that is not usually pre-orderable, but usually it's something that's contracted well ahead of time. So I don't think it's going to be pre-orderable on PlayStation, but you will be able to pick it up the moment it's available. So if you wishlist it on PlayStation, it should notify you right away when you can purchase it. I believe if people buy the gold edition, then they get all of it included, but it's something about it being a DLC that's unusual on PlayStation. I don't have the full technical details because every single platform has very stringent guidelines on what can be done and what can't be done. Just simply uploading a patch to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox are all drastically different procedures, and sometimes missing one single step can stop the certification on all three. So it's kind of frustrating. So for right now, the Highway expansion on PlayStation is not pre-orderable, but you will be able to buy it day one. So I apologize for that, gamer. I don't know if it was a glitch with Sony's side or with Astragon's side or something to do with the way we certified it at Acer. I'm not exactly sure of the details of that. Unfortunately, it's a little bit above my pay grade. I essentially just write dad jokes for a living. But I can find out for you if there's any issues with like the pre-order content. I can find out, gamer. If you want to hang out in our Discord, let me see if I can get this. Nope, that didn't work. Let me type it manually. Ooh, lagging. There you go. So if you want to hang out in our Discord, I will be able to find out for you, gamer. If you're already in the Discord, sick. Love that. Love to have you. And I will let you know. Sound like a deal? Of course. Yeah. Just ping me in there so that I can remember and that I know what your Discord username is, because not everyone has the same name. Because this next hour and a half is going to be pretty distracting. So if I do forget, I don't want to. So I want you to just let me know and I can follow up for you. I wonder if Legend of Kimori will be on the new Switch in the future that's coming out. Oh, we don't really know. So we have not finalized if it's going to be on any other platforms other than Steam. Right now, we are solely focused on making the game. So we thought that early access on Steam was the best opportunity for the community to collaborate with us, because you can't really release unfinished games on any platforms. So once we know what platforms are actually finalized for next year and for 2025 and 2026, then we can start looking at what platforms we're going to release on and what platforms will support the game that we're going to build. Because as far as I know, this is the biggest game that we've ever built, The Legend of Kimori. It is going to be monstrous in scale. I mean, Mongolia alone is huge, and it has such a varied landscape. You've got tundra, you've got prairies, you've got fields, you've got woods, you've got mountains. You have everything you could possibly imagine in one single locale. All these different biomes. Hey, El Maestro, how you doing? It's good to see you. Blast from the past. Appreciate the kind words. Oh, you're Smoker Dude. Oh, Gamer, welcome. I know you very well. Yeah, as soon as I know any details, I'll definitely let you know for sure. I might not find out before the release since it is only Tuesday and our office is closed. So just keep that in mind. If I don't find out by Monday, you'll be able to just simply grab it on Tuesday. But yes, I will definitely try to find out for you. Yeah, so that's where we're at with different platforms. So we don't yet know what Legend of Kimori is going to be on because one, we don't know what platforms are going to be out in a year, in 2 years. We don't know if PlayStation 6 is on its way. We know that Nintendo Switch 2 is on its way, but we don't know the details of what that's going to entail yet. We don't know the hardware specifications. We don't know if it's going to have enough memory for what we want to do on Legend of Kimori. So it's really just going to be a wait and see. while we continue just hammering away at the game that we want to make and the game that we want you guys to help us make. So that's where we're at with that. We don't have any more details about platforms yet, but as soon as we do, you know exactly where to find us. All of our socials at Play Windstorm and at our Discord at Acer Interactive. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because Nintendo is always kind of really far behind on their hardware, but that's on purpose because it lets them build the games that they want to build. They're not always trying to horse race to the fastest, bestest, most powerful system, because they realize that if you look at like Xbox and PlayStation 4, the life cycles are getting shorter and shorter because I think the technology is just advancing so quickly. The games are advancing so much faster than they ever have before that they're having trouble keeping up with older systems. We're getting refreshes like the PS5 Pro much faster than we did for the PS4 Pro, as an example. And even before that, the PS3 Pro was like a 7-year difference. This one's like a 3-4 year difference. Yeah, I think that's one of the big things about Nintendo, which is why like I can't promise any platforms because we simply don't know, right? Until we actually get the test units in our hands and start playing around with our builds on them to see if it's going to work or if it's not going to work, there's no real way to know. It's a lot of dedication, a lot of work in the back end. Horse race, nay. I didn't even realize that I made that joke. Okay, I told you I wrote dad jokes for a living. All right, let's hop right into it. So we are jumping back into Start of a Great Friendship Remastered. This is essentially the first game completely redone from scratch. It's a new engine, new graphics. A lot of the same assets are still in here. Like, for example, you can see Dr. Khan looks like he's a little bit like 32-bit pixelated a little bit. That was done on purpose. That's what the original looked like. So we wanted to keep that same feel. The voice acting is all the same. A lot of the animations have been updated. There's still a couple of issues with the horse animations, but that's essentially because it's like a 7-year-old game. We weren't going to redo the entire game from the ground up. This is a remaster, not a remake.
Nice to see you too, Master. I'm happy to be back.
I feel like the voices are low, but the music is high. Is that accurate, you guys?
Just hurry to see Windstorm.
Like, to me, they're much lower.
Do you remember the 3 guidelines, Mika?
Do you remember the 3 guidelines, chat? You think so too? Okay. Once I get into the actual game, I can change the settings.
Balance, coordination, and rhythm.
Rhythm.
All right. A little brush up couldn't hurt, however. Balance first.
I'm not sure if they can, so I'm going to check once I get into the settings.
When you shift your weight, Windstorm will turn, but with a slight delay.
Yes.
Ride to the orange waypoint and stay within the marked area.
Yes, sir.
Don't overdo it. The further you shift your weight to one side, the more Windstorm will turn.
Settings. Sound. Haha. There we go. Dialogue. Okay, so we're going to turn everything down high, and then I'm going to crank it. So that's about the same volume it was at. So we'll see what the dialogue is once we start. Brum, 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 brum. There's a little bit of motion blur, which I actually don't hate in this instance. Normally, I turn motion blur off immediately.
Well, now it's coordination.
Yeah, that's better, right, guys? That dialogue's much louder than the background now.
With the speed up button and the speed down button, you can change Windstorm's pace.
How does that adjust to my mic? Am I overpowering the game, or is it about even?
The speed up button makes him run faster.
Testing.
And the speed down button slows him down. Try to coordinate your directions with Windstorm's pace. A slower pace is favorable with tight turns.
Perfect. Thank you, Sindel. Thank you, Fat Cat. Just want to make it enjoyable for you guys, you know? Brum, 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 brum. Brum, 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 brum. We're zooming. Oh, wow. The controls are much tighter than the first game. Or rather, the non-remaster.
good. You haven't lost your rhythm. I could see that already. Do another round on the paddock, but this time, fly.
Sir, horses can't fly. Are you
Make
feeling well?
Windstorm run, and then keep the sprint button pressed down to sprint. Avoid the obstacle.
Okay.
Windstorm enjoys fast sprints, but it also exhausts him. Let him rest from time to time. At the bottom right, Windstorm's stamina level is indicated. The display resembles that of a battery.
I don't think that's how reality works, Fat Cat. Sounds like you have the mind of an artist. Nice. Nice.
Good. You are really fast.
Well, I mean, I'm not really fast. The horse is really fast. I'm at just burdening him. Kiko! Hello, friend. I hope you are well.
But you could have been faster if you would have jumped over the obstacle. Let's see if when you hit the jump button, Windstorm start galloping and jump over the trunks.
Let's do the jumpings. This is just the tutorial to get you used to the controls. What? What? What?
Jump over the...
Whee! That's actually one change that I really like about the remaster is in the first iteration of the game.
Let's try something harder now. To jump over an obstacle, the correct timing is essential.
So in the original non-remaster of the game, if you failed a jump, you had to manually circle back to get enough distance to start sprinting again to make it over the obstacle. You couldn't just jump over it even though it was right in front of you. In the remaster, I noticed what it does is it resets you a little further back so that you can continue running, rather than just resetting you right where you're standing, which is super dope. Oh, it's a good question, Gamer. So we are the @Paul Simulator Twitter account. We do not run that. That is Astragon exclusively. We don't have access to it. We can't change the name. We don't do replies on it. We don't make any posts on it. So that is going to be up to Astragon, who decides who the winner is, and they will be handing out the key to the appropriate winner. So that is not run by Aesir Interactive. Okay, so I'm going to jump.
The track we
yes, timing.
Once again, you should be faster this time.
Oh, I should be.
Windstorm jump off within the green area to make it over the obstacle. If you jump off within the green area, it grants Windstorm a stamina bonus as well.
Yeet. Good jumps don't count, but great or perfect jumps do. Yeah. Zoom, zoom.
See? You're almost ready to discover the area on your own. Before I let you ride off, I have to make sure you're able to read the map. The arrow in the center is you.
That's me.
It always points into the direction you are riding.
That's me. That's not true. I'm going to change it so that it's always, it doesn't rotate.
Lines indicate roads and paths. Special places are indicated by a symbol on the map. Use the map and ride back to the paddock.
I'm just going to go right over. Actually, well, let me, yes. Oh man, this game is so stunning. I can't wait. For a 7-year-old game, this is a flabbergasting display of graphics. Like, this looks so good. I love remasters like this. It's still the same core game.
Well, that was a piece of cake. I guess we can proceed to something more difficult. Can you find the carving I hid?
Probably.
You can collect items by approaching them closely.
Hell yeah. Vroom, 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 vroom. Found
We
you.
must be really close.
Oh yeah, we're really close. All right. We are indeed very close.
Fine. You know how to read the map.
He's so sassy.
Now I can let you ride back to the estate on your own without worrying.
Hi, Sycamore.
Ride
Yes,
back
Huss.
to the estate. When you come close enough, it will appear on the map.
Yeah, we actually have a video coming out later this week or by the end of the month. It gives you a lot more details. We don't have like any visuals to show you, like no new assets or videos of the actual gameplay or the game. But Aaron and I are going to go into a very in-depth interview about what you can expect out of Ambulance Life. So that is coming soon. Thank you for reminding me. Oh no, do people usually get it wrong, Sycamore? I mean, I assume it's based off the tree, right? But it's probably like a play on your name or something. Hey, Mr. Ducks. Glad you could make it. Welcome on in, everybody. We got a lot of first-time viewers today, so welcome. My name is Troy. I'm the Director of Community here at Aesir Interactive. I joined Aesir just a few months ago, really, in October. Wow, actually, it's almost been a year. That's crazy. But my job here is to build up the community team at Aesir Interactive. We've never had one before. I'm the first one. We recently had Adriano join us, who is our community manager. He is phenomenal. Very excited to have him, originally from Mimimi Games. When's the live meeting? So it's not going to be live, but it feels like a live stream. We've recorded it. We might actually redo it because we want to add some stuff and take some stuff out of it. But at the very least, our developer diaries for Ambulance Life are always at the end of the month. So usually like within the last week. This one might be a little bit sooner. We're not really sure yet when it's going to come out yet, but it is within the next 2 weeks. Like it'll be before the end of this month for sure. We just don't know the exact date yet because we might redo it. So we'll see. Oh, Saig Kamor. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. I can see why they would do that. When I first saw your name, Sycamore, I thought of Cygnus, the constellation, because I'm a space nerd. So that's like kind of like where I was going with it, and then I saw the Kamor at the end, and I'm like, oh, it's the sycamore tree. Got it. I love guessing people's names, which is a dangerous thing to do when you're a streamer because people can be unfortunately very creative. But it's a nice challenge. Mr. Ducks, I'm glad to be here. I love Aesir Interactive. I love all of our games. This is a game I would never have played on my actual live streams when I was a streamer. Yeah, Kiko knows how creative people can be.
You two are looking tired. May I take care of Windstorm?
Oh, it's so funny. So I played an Unexpected Arrival pretty recently to fresh myself up on just the Windstorm series in general, because I played it when I first joined the company, but I played it again recently for, you know, preparing for Legend of Kimori and the remaster today. And Tinka is so much older in the second game because that's how many years have passed in the movies and in the games. So seeing her as a little baby kid again is just so weird and cute and funny.
Nope, I'd rather do it myself.
What do you do to take care of Windstorm?
Nothing. I hand him the brush and I walk away.
I'm gonna brush him. He likes that.
Do you use the stiff or the soft brush first?
First, I use the stiff brush. For Windstorm's delicate areas, I then take the soft one.
Can I come with you and watch?
I don't even think that would fit, Mr. Ducks. That's so long. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can confirm my first AOL name was I Hate Rules, which is hilarious because I'm like the most rule following person that I know. But then once that Korn album came out, Issues, I was XX got issues XX. Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh no, Kiko, you have it backwards. Tinka knows everything and she will harass you if you get things wrong. Yeah, Kiko, now it's just gut issues. That's just me now. Now I'm just an old man. I will be honest, Gamer, this isn't a very thrilling game. This is really just an exploration game for families. This is a very low-key chill game. I could play some dubstep in the background if you would rather me do that. I don't know if it would fit the vibe, though. I'm not sure it would quite fit. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, so we'll do the paddock, and then we'll be able to start doing missions. We'll go explore a bit.
Windstorm's condition is indicated by the bar next to Windstorm's portrait.
Dubstep dressage. If that's not a genre, it needs to be. Aggressive German music. We'll put on some Rammstein. Yeah. Windstorm's condition is indicated by the bar next to Windstorm's portrait.
Windstorm is too
Yeah.
tired, his performance drops. You should take care of him then.
Yeah, I think metal would be good. I think dubstep's a little weird. We have a new thrilling new game coming out. First of all, we have Highway Patrol coming out, as you very well know, on Tuesday. And then later this year, we've got Ambulance Life, which is probably the most thrilling game that we've ever made. That game is chaos. I am so excited. I'm so excited. What we'll probably do is we'll probably go over some of the stuff at the end of the stream and just talk about all the projects that we have coming out. This is a big year for Aesir. We have a lot happening.
Move the brush close to Windstorm and swipe away
Oh my
the
God,
dirt
he's
from his
filthy.
hide. Use the change button to change between the stiff and the soft brush. Certain areas on Windstorm's body are too delicate for the stiff brush. Rotate the camera to groom Windstorm from both sides.
The Highway Patrol DLC is what the game really needs. I agree. I think it brings a really good variation to patrol officers. We'll do soft brush first. Oh, it's so much slower. Oh, you can't like whip it around, but it looks like it's more effective. Hard to tell. Oh, you're so pretty. Look at the pretty baby. Yeah, it looks like it's more effective, but it is much slower. You used to be able to like whip it back and forth. Whee! We'll do circles. You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait to pick up some poop. Very excited. Oh yeah, this is way faster. That's nice. That's a nice change, actually. I like that. Do his belly. His widow belly. I feel like it never ends. There's like always dirt. Little butt scratches. Oh, a little more on the top here. It's hard because it's like a dark brown on a black stallion.
Look.
See, yeah, in the sun it's much easier to see.
Under all that dirt.
Look at the pretty baby. Look at the pretty baby. Okay, now the blue bar is full, which means he's fully happy. The yellow bar is how close he is to leveling up.
Away with you. Search for new
Away with you. Tinka's so sassy. All right, Windstorm, time to roll in the mud. No, please. Please don't. We are going to get him pretty dirty, though. I did see that. I did see that, Gamer. I haven't brought it to the team yet because I know right now they're focused on all the bug fixes, but I've collected it and it's in my file. I usually deliver it in like spurts. Unless something is just releasing right away and there's an issue, then I'll deliver it right away. But I like to collect it and deliver it all at once. That way they can split it up. And if something can be done at the same time as something else, then it's not wasting time. You know, it's more efficient that way. There's so much dirt falling off and it's like excavating a dino fossil. It is. And we do actually have like the excavation too, where you clean out the hooves.
Well, Mika,
and horseshoes.
how does it feel to be riding on Windstorm's back again?
Feels great.
Awesome. I missed Windstorm so much. I'm glad the school holidays finally started.
Windstorm's looking happy as well. Without you, he got a little sad sometimes.
Well, yeah, because he won't let anyone else train or work with him.
We have a very special connection.
Care for a little ride?
Sure, I can't wait to.
Let's go then. To get you started, I've marked a rather easy track for you.
Let's go. One of the really cool things they add to this game is hiking paths. So you can actually explore hiking paths by following the markers on the trees, which is super sick. I'll show you once we actually get into it. Power Rangers game? That would be sick. We would love to. I don't know if anybody can make Power Rangers games other than Bandai Namco, though, because they own it. I don't know if they typically lend that out to other people. But yeah, if we were ever approached to do a Power Rangers game, we would absolutely consider it. Our repertoire is quite wide. There's lots of things that we would love to work on. But sometimes it's just up to who owns the IP. If they're not interested or they just want to do it in-house, they usually won't let other people do it. But that would be sick. Gamer, what kind of a Power Rangers game would you like to play? Because we have that beat 'em up, like that Streets of Rage game coming out pretty soon. Not we, obviously, but I mean as gamers. It was just announced, or what is it, Rita's Replay? I think was the name of it. I'm very excited for that, actually, because like I'm a huge Streets of Rage nerd. I loved those games, and Double Dragon. Oh, those games were so much fun. Oh, to answer your question, Mr. Ducks, we do not. I mean, we sometimes have the potential, but we get the keys from Astragon anyway. So realistically, Astragon handles all the influencer management stuff. Okay, exploration.
I've marked a few points of interest in the area for you, Mika. You might want to start by checking them out.
Timed race. Okay. It's like, yeah, let's go for a nice jaunt in the forest. And they're like, all right, you have a timed race. If you miss one, you lose. All right, well, it doesn't sound very relaxing, but okay.
In time races, we have to follow a set of checkpoints. Sometimes there even is a time limit.
Vroom, 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 vroom. Oh man, this game is so good looking. Coming just a week ago from what the original game looks like to this, like look at the reflections in the water. Like that's so good. What? That was a weird whip. Man, look at the lake. Oh, that's so good looking. Whoa. We got stuck on a rock. Hate when that happens. I'm glad I'm playing on beginner mode because it takes forever for the stamina to go down. You have to be a lot more specific in how you traverse the landscape when you're on the hardest difficulty, which I believe is called Nordsach. How many do we got left? 3 more.
Faster, Windstorm.
Damn, Mika, chill. He hasn't been ridden in like months. Oh, when PSPO VR, somebody did that. They did an experimentation in the Discord. I forget who it was. I'll have to go back and find it. But they showed a clip. It was pretty cool. I mean, obviously it's broken in a lot of areas because it was never designed to do that. But overall, like it's totally playable. The moonwalk. Yeah, the moonwalk.
Hello, Mika. I'm happy to have you back.
Hi, Tinka.
I'm happy to be back too. Did you happen to see Sam? I wanted to say hello to him, actually.
Yeah, I bet you did, Mika.
No, I don't know where he is either. If he hasn't cleaned out the stables before Mrs. Kaltenbach returns, though, he'll be in serious trouble.
Serious trouble. Widowee.
Any idea where he might be?
He drove off with his tractor earlier. Maybe he took a nap somewhere.
I mean, mood. That's such
Okay,
a
I'll take Windstorm and
vibe.
look for the sleepyhead.
I've
Where
marked
is
Sam's favorite
Sam?
spot for you. You should be able to find him there. I hope.
I hope. I'm assuming there is no cell service in the middle of Kaltenbach Ranch.
In a search, we have to find all of the requested objects that are hidden within the marked area.
Thanks, Mika. So you can see here, like this, essentially this post-it note on the tree here. This is an example of what one of the trails looks like. So essentially, you would follow the trail by following these markers. And once you successfully run one trail, an achievement pops up. Very exciting. That's a new addition to the game, which is super sick. And we are going to explore the photo mode in a little bit. Once we get into the free roam area, I'll show you guys. It's really awesome. It's super detailed too. Okay, I remember he was at the top of a hill. That's as much as I remember, though. Yeah. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Wow. These trees are stunning. They look really good. Nope, this is a dead end. Vroom, 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 vroom. All right, we're gonna cheat and we're gonna go outside the area.
I should ride back into the marked area.
That's a dead end regardless. Just kidding. Vrum, 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 vrum. Yeah, they wanted me to go this way. I was just being stubborn. There it is. It was actually a much straighter shot than I remembered.
That was close call. Sam came back in time, and Mrs. Kaltenbach hasn't noticed anything.
Yeah, Mr. Dux, I agree. We actually have that in Ambulance Life.
Windstorm has 4 attributes that influence his performance: speed, stamina, agility, and resilience.
I think I'm gonna do probably gonna do speed, and then I'm gonna do stamina second.
Increase speed if you want to ride faster with Windstorm. Increase stamina if you want to do longer sprints with Windstorm. Increase agility if you want to ride tighter turns with Windstorm.
Agility's nice too.
Increase resilience if you want Windstorm to tire more slowly.
They're all really useful, unfortunately.
The amount of available points is shown on the bottom right side.
But I think agility is probably best to do last.
To spend an attribute point, we can activate the plus icon next to the ability. If we are not satisfied with our choice, we can activate the minus icon to reset our choice. Don't worry, there is no wrong choice. Each ability improves your riding. Base your choice on your personal preference.
So this is an example of like how casual this game is. This is really catered to anybody who just wants to chill out and play and fun a game. There are no wrong choices. It's not like an RPG where you can build the wrong build. Eventually, just by playing, you'll have all 20 levels and you won't have to worry about it. We'll do speed. All right, let's do just the go for a ride. We're gonna do the free play for a little bit, and we'll explore a little bit of the estate. Oh my god, and we're in dusk? Heck yeah.
We may wander on Kaltenbach Estate freely and as long as we like. We should keep our eyes peeled for hidden objects. To return, we either ride back to Kaltenbach Estate or use the main menu.
This is so pretty! Oh my god, even the estate is stunning. Look at that. Look at the reflection. This is very close to the final shot that we have for our countdown that's happening right now. You'll see it pretty close. So you can hide the UI. You can literally just enjoy the scenery. But if we want to do the camera mode, this is so sick. So you got field. This is like, these are all the different options you have for just the photo mode. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 separate sections to control. And then within those sections, they have parameters. So I can change the field of view. I can rotate the camera. Like I can put it at an angle. The resolution, you can make it bigger or smaller. So like if you're playing at a smaller resolution, you can still take a snapshot of a bigger resolution, more higher definition, which is a really nice feature. Camera distance, you can go further or closer. I don't know what the default was. 550, I think. So then display, you can make it, you can change the temperature of the colors, you can make it brighter or lower, you can change the tint, you can add a grid so that you can line things up properly. You can hide the character so that it's just a scenery shot, which is super sick. My favorite feature though, I'll get to that pretty soon. I think it's the very last action. It's the very last section. Yes, you can take selfies. So you can add a filter to it. You can make everything, you can make the filter more intense or less intense. You can change the rendering character. You can make it look at the camera. So even if you're not facing the edge of a cliff, you can angle the camera and then make it face there and then turn it back around. All the different colors, depth of field. So this is much more detailed as though you were actually taking a picture. You can control the aperture, you can control the distance, autofocus. This is the quality of the screen. So this is if you're adding any aberrations, if you're adding or removing some sharpness, you're adding film grain, you're adding a vignette so it looks, you know, like an actual photo. Oh, that looks so good. What the heck? Look at the sky. Yeah. All right, we'll turn that back down. So frames, these are cool. You can do like an actual Polaroid if you wanted to, and you can like angle it or exactly how you want by changing the camera and all that stuff. And you can control the details of the frame below that with all those parameters. Logo, you can add the actual logo in default languages, which is super pretty cool. Super pretty cool. And pose. This is my favorite one. So idle, this is where I stopped at. You can add just at rest, while you're petting Windstorm, mid jump, or my absolute favorite, the rear. Like, this is sick. This is really sick. If you get a really great shot, you can put them in rear pose. Like, you bet your bottom dollar we're going to be posting a lot of these on social. A lot of these. We already have a couple for the countdown, but like, we want you guys, if you're playing this game, take a ton of really cool screenshots using the photo mode and send them to us. We will retweet every single one of them. And then walking, sprinting. But yeah, rear is probably my favorite. Probably mid jump too. You can get a really good jump. And what's really creepy is you can make Mika look at the camera at all times. She just follows the camera and it's really creepy. Like, really creepy. Like, it's super duper creepy. Like, I really actually don't like that a lot. Anyway. Yes. Hiking trail to the cave. So this is essentially where all the hiking trails lead. At least some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Burnweed. Wait, when did I collect 3 other burnweed? What? I don't remember that. We might as well collect the stuff in this opening field, right? I think actually there's going to be some really good screenshots we can take. Oh, nice. I can fit through there. I wasn't sure if I'd have to turn around. 1 spotted hemlock collected. Yeah, we'll do an example of photo mode here. Okay, let's stop right here. Music's so epic. Why? Okay, let's do right here. And we're gonna do first, we're gonna do pose. Something like that. Like, that's so sick. The tail's whipping around. I love it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Let's do free roam camera. Where's the camera? Oh, it's so creepy that she looks at you like that. It's so creepy. Yeah. So that's just an example of what you can do with photo mode. And if you click the right stick down, it'll save it to the folder. The tail was whipping around so that you could capture it in a specific angle. Yeah. I don't know if that was intentional, but I liked it. Look at the trees. Look at all the floating flowers. This looks so good, chat. What an upgrade. Especially because I've been playing the other one on stream. So like going from that to this in one day, really 1 week, has been crazy. Like look at the reflections in the water. Look at that. That's so gorgeous. That's really sick. Looks good. Looks good. All right, let me catch up on chat. We'll let them go through the prairie while we check up on chat. So for the Power Rangers game, you want like patrol officers and get personal with it. I actually have no idea what that would look like as a game. Like, do you mean the Power Rangers are like solving crimes and, you know, fighting bad guys just on the street? Look at that. That's so good looking. That's so good looking. Where are the sunflowers? I want to go to the sunflowers. There's some, but there's whole fields of sunflowers somewhere. Because this is all like wheat. Over the hill. Brum, 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 brum. There's sunflowers. You can't even miss them. Look at them. Oh, let's go look at the cows. As my mother would say. Well, the cow animations did not change. They kept those the same. Look how gorgeous the sunflowers are, man. They're so pretty. Look at that shot, chat. I could take pictures in this game forever. It's so easy to get lost in this. That's so nice. All right, we'll zoom through this while I continue. Okay, all right, let's go back. The horsetail simulation is actually nice. I think so too. There's still much to be desired with the actual horse animations themselves, but I think those were not really touched for the purposes of this game as a remaster. The game itself is almost 7 years old, so not a lot has changed in that regard. They essentially ported that stuff over, but it's an all new engine. So you've got, you've got ray tracing, you've got all the beautiful the God rays, you've got incredible views, much sharper visuals, far more optimized. Like my PC would be screaming. My old PC before I rebuilt it with this new one, my old PC when I played Police Simulator and the original Windstorm, Start of a Great Friendship, it would struggle. And it's just because the games weren't as well optimized as they could be. I mean, they're old. They're 4 and 6 years old, respectively. We've learned so much in that time. Our team has grown like 75%. No, more than that. No, it was like 25 people when this game came out. It was like 27, 28 people when the first Windstorm game came out. And now we're over 100 people as a studio. It's nuts. It's crazy to think about. I joined at like the tail end of all the hirings because it's just been building up over time. It's really cool. It's really cool to see. So Gamer, you're a YouTuber. I did know that. I did know that, Smoker. Yeah, absolutely. I'll reach out to you, or if you want to send me a DM in the Discord, just let me know like what channels you are, like if it's YouTube or Twitch, the type of games that you typically stream, any social profiles that are relevant, like if you have a lot of followers on a specific platform like Instagram or on TikTok, let us know and link it. And then just give me your email address and I'll forward that stuff to Astragon or whichever publisher that you're interested in working with. If it's for Police Simulator, it would be Astragon. And if you fit their qualifications, they'll reach back out. That's how it works. Essentially, I'm just like the middleman. I don't do any of the work myself. So I would just send them your information and they'll let us know, or they'll let you know if they want to work with you. It's that easy. All right, let me catch back up on chat again. Look at the floating wheat. Cute. Yeah, dusk. So I actually really like nighttime in this game, but that was the old game. Like dusk might be my preferred time of day in the remaster. It's too good looking. The sun is just stunning. Like actually stunning. Purple foxglove. Oh, that's new. Oh, missed it. So now you'll see. Oh, I missed it again. Too late. Yeah. There we go. But you can see in the previous iteration of the game.
Cool. Maybe we can find even more of them?
Nice. The Polaroids. That's also new. So there's 6 Polaroids in the game that you can collect. Go into the woods a little bit. All right, let me go back to chat. There's so much to catch up on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Mr. Dux is right. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to play like the hottest, newest games to build up viewership and audience on something like YouTube. Sometimes it's just right place, right time. Dang, chat. This game, I can't even stop looking at this game. Like, this is crazy. All right, we'll slow down a bit. We'll slow down a bit. We'll go in the straightaway. Let's do this so you can see the views. Look at the views. Oh, yeah, we're coming up to the church. Yes, you can take selfies in the game. You'd love to be partners with Acer Interactive? Yeah, we would love to, Smoker. Nothing against us. Nothing against you. No reason not to, honestly. Most of the influencer management is handled from our publishers. So, for example, if you wanted to play Horsetails, we would have you reach out to Microids. If you want to work with Windstorm, we would have you reach out to Mindscape. If you want to be involved with Ambulance Life, then you would reach out to Nacon. And then, as you very well know, it would be Astragon if you wanted to work with Police Simulator. And as far as any future projects, we'll see when that time comes. Let's go through the cave. I bet the cave is super sick. Let's slow down. Let's bring the map back up. Just go on a brisk walk. So you can see that's the marker for the hike that goes through the trail. Oh, this is going to be stunning. Yeah, I don't really have a plan, Mr. Dux. Like, obviously 1 hour would have been enough, but I'm fine with just chilling.
Hello!
Hello! Hello! Anybody here? Hello! Echo! Man, it's gonna take us forever to get out of here. Hello! And what? Am I not allowed in that area yet? Okay, we'll turn around. Oh, that is a dead end. Interesting. I wonder what's like that. Okay, we'll go to the bridge. And we're out. Look at that. Look at that, chat. We made it through.
Ooh, this waterfall is beautiful.
Waterfall doesn't look that great. I wonder if that's a bug. Damn, look at the sun reflecting off all the way down there where it's creating like an aura. That's so pretty. This waterfall, we will be coming back to this in one of the next few missions. 20 carvings. The problem with me collecting the carvings is I'm not going to know which ones are left. So it's going to be a real pain in the butt to find all the others. Okay, we'll continue through and go through chat. Yeah, this stream's going to be however long I feel. Because I do want to save content for the actual release this coming Thursday as well. I will be streaming this game again on Thursday when it's actually out and people can pick it up. If you are interested in checking the game out, I do absolutely beg you to wishlist the game. All of our games. Wishlists help out developers tremendously because it gives us an idea of how many people are interested in the game, and that gives us clout when it comes to our publishers. And like, look at X number of people want to buy our game, so give us more funding so we can add more to the game. It adds to the success of a game overall. Obviously, people buying it is the ultimate gauge of success, but wish lists give us an indicator of how successful a game is going to be on launch. So to give you an example, if this game does really well, it is a 6.5-year-old game. It is not a new game, but it feels very new. There's so many new features that were added to it that if this is a successful remaster release, then we could potentially seek and get funding to do the second game, An Unexpected Arrival. And that would be sick because that game was already more advanced than the original Start of a Great Friendship. So if that got remastered, that would be even more good looking than this. And I don't even know if I could handle that. Like, that's crazy. It's a longer game. You've got archery in that game. Some really cool features. Plus, it advances the story much more. There's a lot more voice acting because there's basically double, almost triple the characters. And you get a lot more into the lore that is Ostwind and Windstorm, which is pretty damn cool, if I say so myself. So, I mean, we would love to remaster that, but not if there's not a desire for it. You know what I mean? So this game being a success and lots of wish lists would tell us and let the publishers know that it's something that our community wants. So give us the money so we can do it. Yay! All right, let me catch back up on chat. Collect these items over here. I didn't think I was going to make that, but I did because I'm the best. This is tight. Got it. Now, there was one wood carving. Our resident trophy hunter had trouble finding, or not finding, accessing the their 120th wood carving. And I haven't tested it yet. But I will before we do the stream on Thursday for it. But I reported it anyway, just in case it's something that is fixable before the release. Otherwise, we'll release a statement saying when it'll be fixed for everybody. It's a bit of a bummer because they obviously really wanted to get the trophy, the platinum, before the release came out. So we'll see if the team can find a workaround for them. I wonder if there's a way with the dev build if they can access it. Okay, let's stare at the background for a second. Finish catching up on chat. I was gonna ask earlier if you can pose the characters like in God of War photo mode. Yes, you can. Bros, the tail picking up speed or no? Yes. I see how you guys have the tail. You have the first bit where you can barely see anchored, then it has physics. Yeah, essentially, that's what it looks like to me too. Not that I'm any sort of a technical artist, but that's exactly what it looks like to me. Cow. T, I just saw your message. When will the first gameplay videos stream of Ambulance Life? So streams are going to be up to whether or not Nikon gives us permission to do that. So that'll be a little closer to release. We don't have an official release date, but it's like probably looking around October time is my guess. We haven't decided on an actual date yet, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. That's the vibe that I'm getting. So essentially, the first gameplay reveal is coming this month. I don't, again, have the exact date yet. Nacon is preparing some really awesome stuff for all of you guys. And then we're also going to have that live stream event that I recorded with Aaron, our executive producer. And he is going to, he's essentially going to go through all the stuff that you can expect out of the game. So we won't have any screenshots or trailers to show during that. It's just really us talking. But there's a lot of detail. It's like 20 minutes long of some really cool stuff that you can expect out of the game. So that's coming. And that'll be timed right around when the gameplay reveal happens too. So it is very soon. And I know I keep saying soon to you guys regarding the game, but it is actually soon. It is within the next few weeks for sure. Helps. The trotting is cute. PSPO is that old, man. I mean, I think it went into early access 4.5 years ago. And it's been out as like a full release for about 3.5 years. I don't remember the exact date, but it's something like that. Look at the plane. Meow. Meow. Yes, I do have. So my mixer is the Go XLR from my years of streaming. So I have access to all sorts of really fun stuff. So I can do that. I can do reverb. Oh. I can also change my gender. I can mess around with stuff like that. Wow, I put it all the way onto male and it just sounds like me. We got
pitch. I can sound like a gremlin.
That's all just like the really basic stuff. You can really control like when you use echo, what type of echo it sounds like. You can break it all down in the software, which is pretty cool. But there's some really goofy stuff. There's some really goofy stuff in here. You can do auto tune, so I can pretend that I'm a singer and auto tune myself, sound like T-Pain. It's pretty cool. It's probably in the edge of its life now at this point. It's like 7 years old, but I enjoy it. It gets the job done. And as far as these glasses, these are blue filter glasses. These are specifically Gunners, again, for my streaming era. I've had these for like probably 9 years. 2016, I think. So maybe 8 years. But they help when you're playing really long periods or working for a long period on a computer, because I work remotely for Acer since they're located in Munich and I work here in Los Angeles. It helps reduce headaches or eye strain when you're looking at a computer screen for a really long time. Honestly, even a TV screen. Like if I'm chilling in bed and I'm watching TV or playing, you know, Rocket League on my TV or anything like that, like it helps reduce eye strain, and I don't get headaches when I'm playing or working for a long time, which is nice. These were expensive because they're Gunners, but like you can get any blue filter glasses. You can even add a blue filter to your monitor manually. You can buy, like they actually sell just films that you put over the front of your monitor and it blocks some of the blue light. But some more advanced monitors actually have blue light filters built into them, and you can adjust them with the menu settings, which is nice. I think mine has that, but I don't want to mess around, fiddle with settings. I'll just throw on these glasses. They also hide the dark circles under my eyes, which is sick. Yeah, and they also make them without the yellow tint. That was just like the first iterations of these was yellow tinted glasses because they blocked blue light naturally. But you can get even prescription glasses from Gunner. Gunner does them. A bunch of other companies do them. You can get prescription glasses that are also blue light filter, and they're just the normal clear glass. You don't have to do the yellow tinted, the P tinted glasses if you don't want to. I love how far you can see collectibles. That's going to help when I actually collect all of them. So I'm really thankful for that. That's a nice addition. Mostly it was just a technical limitation on the previous game. You couldn't see, the draw distance wasn't nearly as far. Look at that. All the way down there I can see another one. That's crazy. It'll get annoying in the woods when the distance won't matter because it's like tucked around a corner or underneath a tree that you can't see until you actually walk past it. But for all these, this is nice. Look, there's another one all the way over there. That's crazy. That's widowy crazy. Widowy. I think I was always 20/20 vision. I just had a dumb monkey brain, so they gave me prescription blue light glasses. So one of the reasons I love Police Simulator so much is my degree is in sociology and justice studies. It's a dual bachelor's degree, and my minor is in psychology. I always intended in going into law enforcement straight out of college, but when I graduated, it was the recession, the 2008 recession. So like there was just nothing out there. Any law enforcement was being picked up by folks coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq. So like there was nothing for a brand new graduate. There was no foothold for anybody like me. So I ended up by going into retail, and just my whole life path changed completely. But I was actually 2 steps away from being hired into the United States Secret Service, which is crazy to think about now. Like that, I can't even imagine what my life would be now. But when you sign up for any of those government jobs, you have to go through eye testing. And at that time, I was 20/20 vision. Actually, I was 20/30.
Where Sam picks me up by the tractor when I arrive.
I was 20/30 vision, which was even better because it's a ratio. And I have not been tested since. I don't feel like my eyesight is degraded at all, but I am also a very old man, so who knows? Yes, Mr. Duck, Secret Service. I was very close. But again, because of the recession, they put a hold on all hiring. All that was left was for me to take my polygraph, and if I passed that, then my medical. And then I would have a home interview with my family, and then that would have been it. So I was like 2 steps away. And then I got the notification, sorry, we are no longer hiring. There's a hiring freeze because our government is on furlough. And I was like, well, damn. And they were like, you're more than welcome to reapply when the position opens up again. And it was like 6 years before they ever started hiring again for that job specifically. They just made all the Secret Service workers work overtime or stole them from other agencies like FBI. Just backfilled like that. I appreciate that fact, Cat. Yeah, I mean, I've always been a people person. So like, and law enforcement ran in my family. So that was one of the reasons that I looked into it, because it was just like, it was a legacy.
This is where the green energy comes from.
Yes.
Let's hope there'll always be enough wind.
I mean, yes, there will always be enough wind. If there wasn't wind, I think we'd have bigger problems as a society. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons I wanted to get into it. But what really drove it was the psychology aspect and the people aspect. You know, community policing is the best you can do. You know, when your community is notifying you of issues instead of you know, trying to hunt people down and harassing people. I don't vibe with that at all. That's why I like police simulator patrol officers so much, is because it's like literally like you're helping the community. You're working alongside the community. You're helping them find things. You're proactively trying to stop crimes from happening, as opposed to a lot of real life is reactive. It's simply reacting to a crime or filling out paperwork. That's why when people are looking for like a hardcore police sim where like you're getting into shootouts and stuff, I'm like, that's not really my vibe. I totally vibe with patrol officers way more. Put down here. I think we're good with collecting. Yeah, we can probably go back to our missions. We'll do a couple missions and we can call it there. This is good though. God, I cannot get over how good this game looks. It's such a difference from the original. Wow. I don't know how long it took to develop this either. There's another rainbow. Another Polaroid. We got 3 Polaroids. Hey. The others are probably in the woods. How do I get over to those collectibles? Oh my god, there's a collectible there. Okay, now there's a problem with seeing the collectibles so far away is I don't even know which direction to go in anymore. Okay, I think we're gonna swing left here. Oh no, there's another one. Okay, so we're not gonna quite swing left yet. How can I get there? Do I have to go around? Oh, and there's a different one. There was one down here somewhere. Where were you? There you are. Whoop. Okay, we're not going to jump. It doesn't like jumping there, apparently. Now I lost track of where the other ones... Oh, there's 2 down here. Okay. Okay, Troy understands now. So anyway, I've always been like a people person. I've always been interested in, like, I've always been really good at sales and retail. Even though, like, I don't like selling people things that they don't want. That's never what I would do. It would be finding what somebody wants and then selling it to them. Even if it's like a membership card at GameStop, like that was really easy because people would spend, you know, $150 on used games. And at that point, like the card didn't cost anything. It was free. So it's just like, I'm giving you a card today. You don't have to say anything. I just need your info to fill it out. It's already paid off for a year because you spent enough money to have made the discount the same cost as the card. So here you go. You're getting this card today. Like just having the conversation in that way where it was just making sense to the customer was always what I loved the most. And of course, corporations always get in the way and they ruin that. Yeah, I have no idea where those other collectibles I saw were now. I'm lost in the sauce. All right, here's this one. Okay, I'm not going to look for any more collectibles because we will get very lost. I'll spend the entire stream just doing that. So we're going to stop and we're going to go back to Kaltenbach Ranch and we're going to do a couple of missions. We're done with that. We're done with that. Okay, let's do lake.
The track leads from the paddock to the lake and back. Can you beat your best time from back in the days with Windstorm?
Sure can. The problem is, do I beat it so hard that I won't be able to beat myself again? Or do I leave this ghost in the dust? What do you think,
In
chat?
ghost races, we see our own ghost racing against us. Our best time is saved, and we can always come back and try and improve our time.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to deny the German countryside. It is absolutely gorgeous, without question. This estate is stunning. Oh my god, it's so tedious. I just want to go faster. Brum, 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 brum. Brum, brum. Oh, ran out of stamina. Gonna get penalized on that. Oh my god, starting over from scratch. He's so slow. Windstorm, please. Okay, okay. All right. No jumps for me to collect my stamina back. But at least it comes back pretty quick on beginner mode. Well, that would be a jump I could go over, except that it turns sharply left, and I can't use the jump. Ah, still no jumps. Okay. Those will come later. No, I ran out of stamina at the last second.
Not
That was
bad
so
at all.
painful.
The two of you become even faster. From now on, you can always challenge yourself to beat your current best time and improve it.
Be gone, bot. By the way, chat, don't ever click a link in here that isn't from our bot. They are always malicious. They are always bad.
Do you remember training with Windstorm for the Kaltenbach Classics?
I do.
Sure. That really sucked.
Whoa, Mika.
Fortunately, your grandfather created an individual training program just for us.
Mika, this is a family-friendly stream. I'm gonna ask you to, like, you're here? I need you, like, here, Mika, okay?
Yeah, he'd already noticed back then that the two of you weren't meant for tournaments.
That's true. We did well anyway. I think I'll practice jumping with Windstorm again.
The old training obstacles should still be there.
I don't think that's true. I think you have to set those up. They can't just stay out there in the
Perfect.
in the pen.
See you later then.
I've spruced up the old training obstacles and placed them all over the area. Go on, try them out.
This will probably be the last mission before we call it quits for today, because I do want to save a lot of content for... Oh my god, look at that view. I do want to save some content for the actual release coming up.
Yeah.
This is so much easier when oh, hello. There we go. It's so much easier when you lock the camera. The animation does look goofy from this angle though. Nice. That was perfect timing. I ran out of stamina almost a split second before that.
Not a tiny bit rusty.
I mean, yeah. I did miss a jump entirely. Not a tiny bit rusty. Not at all. Flawless. Okay, we're gonna call the game there for now. Lower the volume a bit so it's just me. So thank you very much for stopping by today, you guys. I know this was kind of impromptu. It wasn't really planned. Sundays are not our normal streams. This whole week is going to be kind of weird too. I will be streaming Highway Patrol expansion for Police Simulator Patrol Officers this coming Tuesday. So we're going to be celebrating that. Then 2 days after that, on the 20th, is the actual official release date for this game. So we'll be back with Windstorm, Start of a Great Friendship Remastered. From there, we also have Ambulance Life coming out later this year. Super exciting. Ambulance Life, a paramedic simulator, is like wild. It is everything that Police Simulator is, but more. And I really think that you guys are going to find the really great, awesome balance of realistic gameplay versus fun and engaging gameplay. So thank you everybody for stopping by. Please wishlist all of our games. Stop by our Discord if you're not already in there. Say hello to everybody. It's a very nice Discord server. I can't believe how fast it has expanded already. We're at over 700 members, which is crazy. Only like 25 of those are Aesir folks and, you know, publishers like Nacon and Mindscape. But like, damn, it grew pretty fast. It was way faster than I thought it was going to. And that's only going to expand once all of our games start really getting up to speed. All the major releases this year. It's just going to be crazy. I'm really excited. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you guys Tuesday, hopefully, to play through the Highway Patrol expansion. And then again on Thursday for more of Windstorm, Start of a Great Friendship Remastered. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to look for somebody to raid, so you don't have to jump out quite yet. And we'll see if we can find somebody who fits our vibe, shall we? I don't think anybody's streaming this. They shouldn't be streaming this. Lol. But let's see. More than likely, we'll probably be able to find somebody playing Police Simulator. So let's see. Nobody I recognize, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Senior Minor, hello and goodbye. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Let's do this one. I think this one's cute. See if they allow raids. They do. Okay. Everybody give Kess Will your love. Tell them Aesir Interactive sent you. And you also love Police Simulator. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks again. Bye.